Hey YouTube, it's Neptorka here, back for another reaction video. This time we have Genshin Impact's 4.7 special program. You know, they're really gonna have to do a lot to kind of bring people back over from Wuthering Waves. So, I myself am gonna be watching this before heading back to that game. So we're gonna check it out, see if there's anything good. I really like Chlorine, so I'm hoping for the best from her. So let's check it out.
He comes and goes without leaving a trace, only appearing at the most critical moments. He's highly knowledgeable, and he likes to share his observations with others. She has a cold and stern exterior, and her spotless battle record has earned her renown throughout Fontaine. She is an unusual-looking Melusine with an equally unique perspective on the world. And now, their voice actors have all gathered here today to deliver the version 4.7 special program!
I
Can't believe we're actually all here.
Finally!
Hello, travelers. My name is Zach Aguilar, and I voice the male traveler. Today, our hosts for the special program include...
Hello, everybody. I'm Yuri Lowenthal, the voice of Dainsleif. You may know me from all those new character intro videos and occasionally dropping lore on y'all.
And I'm Sarah Williams, the voice of the head nurse at the Fortress of Maripede, Siegeween. She's there keeping everybody all healthy and nice and making sure everybody feels good.
And hey everyone, I'm Crystal Lee, the voice of Fontaine's champion duelist, Chlorand. Pew pew pew, let's get it.
All right, nice. So we've got a traveler, a man of mystery, a duelist, and a healer. I think it's the perfect adventuring party.
Lowenthal.
Huh. What a wild coincidence, you guys. I just received an invitational letter to a new domain.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not a
imagine that.
coincidence.
Gee willikers, where did that come from?
That's just destiny.
Willikers.
Definitely. You know, this new domain seems to be right behind us, but in order to complete the challenge, we'll need to tackle several missions first.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's do this.
Does it come with a skip button?
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
This script was adapted from the real history of the Marechaussee Hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Many of my habits are customs I've adopted from the Marechaussee Hunter tradition. They fought against monsters, while I fight against lawbreakers. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Cool.
Loaded. Time to testify.
Man, that's pretty
Madam
cool.
Mage says that every page of a storybook is a segment of the present.
It's so vast and mysterious. There must be quite a story behind this place. So, I'll explore this place with you to the end.
Haven't played
Let's
that.
never stop hoping for victory.
That storyline yet.
Way ahead of you!
It's kind of hard to be an electric bow user when Fischl just beats the crap out of everyone.
Not that I doubt your fighting ability, of course. It's just so much more dangerous in there than I ever imagined. Well, if it hurts, just let me know.
Dr. Mario's in the house.
Let's go, Bubbles! Don't be nervous. Just relax.
A strange disease, one I suspect that every Fontainian suffers from.
But they don't trust me at all. Do you really think it matters whether I'm Melusine or a human?
Oh, God.
I don't believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason. There must have been something she just had to do.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
The way he's holding his sword, he must be a real Marechaussee Hunter.
You used it yourself, didn't you? That's why you have a human appearance.
That's quite the gamble. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap.
One day, I shall have my vengeance.
That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal. The loom of fate has already been completed.
Not bad.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
The end of Genshin Impact. No, just kidding. Oh, actually, I forgot about these. I'm gonna have to log back into. Valid until 5:25, 12. Oh, okay. Valid until the end of the day.
Oh, it looks like our first mission is here.
Better race home.
Fancy that.
Assemble your team. Oh, I get it. Our first mission is to introduce the new characters. All right, this is getting exciting.
Here it is.
All right then. Well, how about we start off by introducing Fontaine's strongest champion duelist, Clorand.
You would say that.
It's true.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law. Ready.
I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Shoot on sight.
That ultimate looks so freaking cool.
Whoa. Those animations.
Did you see that
So
ultimate?
good. That ultimate is so cool.
Clorand's strength actually has a really interesting origin. She inherited it from the Marachose hunters.
Ooh, the hunters from the artifact set. The Marachose Hunters were an organization that defeated monsters and upheld justice from the shadows. I think the group's name has also been mentioned in some of Fontaine's historical records.
Exactly. The Marachose hunters have a long history. To modern-day Fontainians, they're nothing more than an old legend from novels and plays. But for
Man, they're
Clorand,
really
the Marachose hunters'
diving
legacy is
into it.
really real.
Even
If
though
travelers
we
want to
really
learn more
haven't
about the
had much
Marachose
about it.
hunters, then be sure to check out Clorand's story quest in the new version.
Okay.
I want to learn more about the Marachose Hunters.
I mean, I
Perfect.
guess, yeah.
Then let's get into
this
her
is
combat
when-
abilities. Clorand is categorized as an electro sword user.
I
but
would
she
prefer
actually
that
uses both a
they-
sword and a pistolet to attack her enemies during combat.
I honestly
Now,
wish
her
that
normal
they
attack
would
deals physical
more
damage by
deal with
performing up to
Fontaine
5 consecutive strikes.
Then going off
During
on the
her charged
Marachose
attack, Clorand
hunters.
uses her pistolet to target enemies in a V shape in front of her. Also, Clorand has developed a special ritual over the years. She always polishes her weapon before each duel.
That is so dignified of her.
I know, right?
And kind of adorable. Even the champion duelist of Fontaine has a cute side, huh?
Aw.
Sarah is starting to sound just like Sijuin.
Oh, what?
Though it's probably a meaningful ritual for Clorand, right?
That's exactly right. It's a habit that helps Clorand focus on the opponent in front of her. In fact, Clorand's elemental skill, Hunter's Vigil, is an ability that demonstrates how potent she can be when she's focused. Check this out.
That's
During
so
combat,
cool.
unleashing Clorand's elemental skill will cause her to enter the Night Vigil state. During this state, Clorand
It
can
looks
unleash
like it
2
fixes
different
the
types
issue
of
I
special
have
attacks.
with
Her normal
someone like
attacks will be
Ayato.
converted into Swift Hunt pistolet attacks, and her elemental skill will be converted into a lunging attack, Impale the Knight.
Huh. It looks
My
like
main
Clorand gains
problem
a
with
bond of life during her
Ayato was the
elemental
fact
skill.
that
Does the
he-
skill have any additional effects?
Ooh,
I
good
don't like being a
perception on
turret,
those
but if you
eyes.
can quickly
those Swift Hunt pistolet
reposition
attacks increase
the
Clorand's
turret, it
bond
makes
of
it a
life.
lot better.
And her lunging attack, Impale the Knight,
Oh,
will clear the
no!
bond of life.
Wait, so she accumulates the bond with one hand and then clears it with the other?
Was
hey,
it
that's a really good
really
explanation.
huge crash,
Yeah,
or was
Clorand's
it just
special
like
attacks have different effects depending on the value of her bond
was
of
it
life.
like a
So
fender
when her bond
bender
of
type
life
thing?
is like relatively low, her Swift Hunt pistolet attacks have a piercing effect, and they deal greater damage. But when her bond of life is relatively high, her lunging attack, Impale the Knight, has a greater AoE and deals higher damage. Again.
Ah, gotcha. I get it. So
Cool.
Clorand is meant to use her pistolet to accumulate a bond of life and then use her sword to clear it once it reaches a certain amount. And that way, both attacks benefit each other.
Bingo! Though you
Nice.
should remember the effect of one of Clorand's unique talents. So, when she's in the Night Vigil state, any healing other
so-
than
so
the one
someone
provided by
was a
her lunging
stupid-
attack, Impale the Knight,
Someone was
will
a
be
stupid
converted
idiot, basically.
into a bond of life. This unique talent allows different healing effects to alter the pacing of Clorand's gameplay, so travelers can experiment with a variety of different tactical combinations.
That's cool.
Also, although
Is it still
Cloran is
drivable?
most renowned as a champion duelist, she has never forgotten her identity as a Marashose hunter. So, during her elemental burst, Last Lightfall, Cloran draws on her Marashose hunter heritage to unleash an ancient skill that empowers mortals to fight deadly monsters. This ability allows her to swiftly evade enemy attacks and strike her opponents. Her burst deals AoE electro damage and grants her a bond of life based on her max HP.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But if that power is designed to fight monsters, is it really okay for her to use it in a regular duel?
Good point. I think Cloran
Of
just has
course
to
it
adjust
is.
the amount of force that she puts behind those
Yeah, I know.
gloves.
The point is that you gotta do a
That
whole
makes
bunch of
sense.
work
Also,
now.
Cloran can draw on the strength of her companions
I'm
after
sorry to hear
unlocking
that,
her
man.
passive talent, Dark Shattering Flame. Man, that sounds cool. So, when a nearby party member triggers an electro-related reaction, the electro damage dealt by her normal attack and her elemental burst will increase based on her attack value.
Ooh, nice.
Though, note, there is a ceiling to the damage bonus that she can gain from this effect. Cloran also has another passive talent called Lawful Remuneration. If her bond of life is greater than or equal to a certain percentage, then a change in her bond of life value will increase her crit rate. That's right. And while she's in the night vigil state, the percentage of healing converted into a bond of life will increase.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
And
this
finally,
is a
being
lot
a champion
to
duelist
this
gives
kit
Cloran
here.
a strong familiarity with all the regions of Fontaine. So, when she's in your party, Cloran can reveal the locations of Fontaine regional resources.
Oh, we've
on the
needed this for a
minimap.
while.
So awesome. I'm sure that travelers will be eager to use her to uncover treasure, defeat monsters, and of
Man, she
course,
looks good
uphold
to-
justice.
Not necessarily in that order.
Like her,
So.
avatar
Cloran
looks
is
good.
usually pretty stern and composed as a champion duelist, but I wonder how she unwinds. Like, does she have any hobbies? I'm sure that she has some interest outside of work. I mean, she's always accepting cosmetic products
You
from
need, like,
Seagreen
a-
and making sure to return the favor because
I
she's
don't know,
sweet.
Bible?
Aw, and yeah, of course she does.
The Cloran Bible
is
in
an active
order to
member of the
understand it.
tabletop troupe during her off hours. So, in version 4.7, travelers won't just have the chance to learn more about the Marashose hunters during her story quest, the Raparia chapter, they'll also get to join Cloran on a very special tabletop troupe adventure.
Okay.
Woo!
I hope that's more-
I love TTRPGs
I hope
so
that's
much.
more
I know, I'm
focused
so
towards
excited.
Fontaine
Yeah.
than the Marashose Hunters.
And
I
with
mean,
all
I don't
of
know.
that,
Maybe
that
the
is all
Marashose
information
Hunters
that I have to share
are
about
kind of
Cloran.
really
So,
related to
next up, let's introduce our
a lot
adorable
to
little
Fontaine.
Siegeween.
Oh,
But it
yes,
seems
yes.
like
Okay,
it's more
sorry. Too excited.
related
Hold on,
to
hold on.
Dainsley.
We gotta look at her demo first.
Yes.
You only get one body, so you gotta take care of it. But it's just as important to take care of your mind.
Yeah.
Hold still.
I don't know. I just
You might feel a little prick.
yeah, I'm okay.
She's so cute. It's
I'll-
unreal.
I'll pass.
I
Wow.
love her pills so
Cuteness
much.
overload.
The bubble
I
has
love her
ears on
I
it.
would love to ride around
It's
on a
Dr.
bubble
Mario
like that.
pills.
She's with her little legs dangling in the air. Oh.
Yeah, with the bubble gun and the giant syringe. Guys, so cute.
Those bubbles are so big. Her kit looks really, really fun.
I know, but if that's the syringe she uses on her
I mean,
patients, I can see why
everything
they might be
depends
nervous
on
about getting
like
sick.
their
Oh, for sure.
Hey, sometimes you gotta
everything
take your
completely
medicine.
depends
And
on
since she's the
you
head
know
nurse
their
at the Fortress
ability
of
to
Maripede,
tune the
Siegeween
abilities.
wants everyone to stay healthy. She believes
You
that
know,
taking
she could
care of your
apply
body is the
hydro like
most
a million
important
times a
goal.
second, and
But
she'll
she
be
often
meta with
encounters
everyone.
people who
so.
overwork themselves in the
Don't know.
production zone, so she always tries to sneak them healthy meals. But she doesn't think that's a substitute for some proper rest.
Oh.
Take a page out of her book.
Yeah, seems like you'll need to be well fed and well rested if you want to keep up with Siegeween.
For
Yeah.
sure. She seems like such a caring and attentive person. But then what's she like when she fights?
Well, Siegeween is a hydro bow user. Her normal attack unleashes up to 3 consecutive attacks. During the second and third attack, Siegeween takes out
She
a pill
chucks
and tosses
pills.
it at her opponent.
I saw that in the demo. It's like
That's
she's
Dr.
literally
Mario.
telling her opponents to take their medicine.
Look at the size of that thing.
She can make aimed shots using her charged attack. Once the shot is held and fully charged, Siegeween's bow will fire slow-moving ministration bubbles, dealing hydro damage to her target, just to
Yeah.
make sure not to release her arrow.
That sucks.
Oh, and
That's
also,
completely
Siegeween uses a
useless.
specially made bubble gun to fire a giant bolstering bubble bomb during her elemental skill, Rebound Hydrotherapy. The projectile bounces between nearby opponents, dealing hydro damage to anyone it touches and restoring HP to all nearby party members, well, except for Sijouin herself. Sijouin will be healed a certain amount of health when the bolstering bubble bomb disappears, which is based on her max HP.
I feel like
Bolstering
whoever
bubble bomb. Say that 3 times fast.
Please don't make me.
I feel like whoever
Travelers could
designed
have
this
a
character was the
bubble
same
blowing
one
contest with
who
their
designed
Sijouins. Wouldn't that be
Hydro
great?
Traveler.
You can have that
Oh,
idea
it's
for free.
exactly
It's a
like
great
blowing
idea.
bubbles. The longer you hold her elemental skill, the larger the bubble grows. Once the projectile is released, it will gradually decrease in size as it bounces around. The bigger the bubble, the greater the damage and healing effect. And if a large bubble hits a weaker enemy, they'll be trapped inside.
Whoa.
Guys, it's like she's trapping them in a cage of kindness.
Like the Hydro
You
Abyss
can tell
mages?
she cares about her bedside
It's gonna
manner.
take
is so
30
strong.
days for your car to get fixed?
Hey, wait a second. Are those the orbs that Nivelette drops? It looks like Sijouin creates 2 source water droplets when she fires a bubble. And it looks like she gains a bond of life when she touches them? How does that work?
I can't explain that as well. Since she
Jeez.
has training as a nurse, Sijouin understands how to make the most of a dire situation. Her
Tell him you
elemental
want a
skill
Porsche.
creates source water droplets, and Sijouin can give herself a bond of life by absorbing them. When that bond of life is cleared, Sijouin can regain some elemental energy based on the value of the bond of life.
Neat.
Ah, so Sijouin's healing can nullify her bond of life, and she can restore energy for herself.
Nice.
That's right. While the bond of life is hazardous to most people, it can actually be perceived as a real advantage for Sijouin. After she unlocks her talent, detailed
Yeah,
diagnosis, thorough
don't care about
treatment,
this.
Sijouin's healing will be increased based on the total bond of life values across all the characters in her party.
Oh, thank goodness. Sounds like a Melusine can make the bond of life a lot less scary.
After using her elemental burst and absorbing nearby source
I
water
don't know,
droplets, Sijouin will
You know-
use the syringe
you know
to
who can
spray
also
enemies in
make
front of her.
Bond of
This
Life
attack
less
deals
scary?
continuous
Zhong
hydro
Li.
damage.
Wait, that's so cute. Even her attacks are a form of medical
A
treatment.
huge syringe.
Yeah, I mean, hey, she just wants everyone to be as healthy as possible.
Like,
Yeah,
if they're
right?
trying-
Sijouin wants every
if they're
patient
trying
to get a
to
proper
make-
amount of rest. After unlocking
If they're
her
trying to
passive
make her
talent
like
requires
the
appropriate
healer
rest,
for Bond of Life
unleashing
units,
her elemental skill will
it
also
makes no
trigger
sense
the
if there's Zhong
semi-strict
Li.
bed rest effect.
Oh.
This effect will grant her a hydro damage bonus and several stacks of convalescence.
Yeah, I
when
don't-
non-active characters
I
deal
don't
damage
like
with their
lolly
off-field elemental
characters.
skills, Sijouin can consume a stack
I mean, there's
of
some that I'm
convalescence to
okay with,
increase
like
that
Sayu.
elemental
I
skill
love
damage.
Sayu. I use her all the
I
time.
like how it's only semi-strict. Not super strict, because she couldn't be super strict.
Just a little.
Wow, so
But
it seems
some
like
of
the
them,
bond
it
of life
just-
mechanic
it-
is
it
pretty
looks-
integral to both Sijouin
I don't
and
know, they
Cloran's
just-
kits. That sure was a lot of information, though.
Oh, yeah.
They go
I
way
can't
too
wait to see
childlike
these
with some of
abilities in
them.
action.
And travelers won't just be limited to the playstyles that they've seen here, right? As I understand it, the mechanics leave a lot of room for open experimentation.
Yeah.
Right.
And outside of combat, Melusines are very connected to the ocean, so Sijouin always takes care of her companions during underwater exploration. Sijouin is especially helpful when her friends are endangered by underwater enemies. She can use her emergency dose talent to continuously restore HP to her party member for a period of time.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, doing so
the
will
grand
lower
total
all of their
of
elemental and physical
Zero
resistances.
water,
There's always a
underwater
price.
stuff we have in the game.
Cool. That seems like a skill that would come in handy, though. Sijouin is always looking out for us. Thanks,
Hey,
head
he's kind of
nurse.
busted.
Of course.
Nouvellette
Oh,
can do
and
just
I've
about
got a
anything.
quick question for you all.
Yes.
Have you noticed any differences between Sijouin and other Melusines?
Their big ears.
Well, I think her appearance and her interests definitely stand out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you ignore the tail and the feelers on her head, then she actually doesn't look that different from a human child.
How could you ignore those?
Right. Well, true and fair. But also, she's interested in
Dragon hair.
beauty, and she knows a lot about skincare, and she actually even contributes to the most famous beauty magazine in Fontaine.
Did not know that.
Oh, and her medical knowledge.
Right.
We haven't encountered any other Melusines who give medical treatment to humans. And Sijouin seems to care the most about the people of Fontaine.
And she's also one of the few Melusines who work in the Fortress
I mean,
of Meripede,
he
right?
is.
Right.
I mean, generally
But I
speaking,
mean, to be honest,
not
so
many
is-
people are willing to treat criminals.
So
Not
is
even a
Arlecchino now.
Melusine's open-mindedness usually goes that far, right?
Sijouin's does. You're all bringing up great points. Don't you think that Sijouin's differences from the other Melusines make her seem more unique and approachable at the same time? In the Neri chapter, travelers will have the chance to learn more about the background of this very special Melusine in her
Okay.
personal story quest.
Woohoo!
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, speaking of story quests, didn't travelers meet a mysterious youngster last version?
No.
Sometime during
I couldn't do it.
Sino's story quest? Well, travelers will now have the opportunity to add him to their parties. He recently left the desert and he's eager to travel around.
I haven't spent money on Genshin
Zach,
in a long time,
why don't you
but
introduce him?
if they put in like a
Okay then, let's take a look at Sethos' demo.
a greater
You're always asking
Rukudavada
why.
skin
You end up
for
thinking yourself
Nikita,
into a
I would
corner.
get it in a second.
Sometimes it's better to let go.
All right, I'm ready to see how they're gonna
Piece of space.
explain. I'm ready to see how they're gonna explain that this guy's gonna be actually useful compared to Visual. Yeah, I think they're going to.
Okay.
His design is so cool.
He looks amazing.
Yeah, the clothes and the hair, I love it.
Right?
Sethos didn't just get power and wisdom from his desert heritage, he's also talented in archery. Sethos has always loved hiking, and he has a great sense of direction. Whether he's exploring the desert or the rainforest, he knows the roads like the back of his hand. And he always knows where to find the
his name
best
is
regional
Sethos, and all I can think
specialties.
of is like Temple of Sethralus.
You probably
from
know
World
where
of
this is
Warcraft.
going, but I'll say it anyway.
So,
when Sethos
all I
is
can
in
think
your
of is
team,
snakes.
he'll reveal the location of Sumeru regional specialties on the minimap.
Nice.
Cool. Wait, so I'm curious. He's lived in a remote desert for his entire life, and he carries the
haven't
weight
done
of
his
such an
story yet.
ancient legacy. To me, it seems like someone with that kind of upbringing would either be like really introverted or just super arrogant. But Sethos doesn't seem like that at all.
I like his
Yeah, you're
design better
absolutely
than
right.
Sino. I
Sethos
wish
is a
Sino could
very
have had a design like
open-minded
this.
and cheerful person. As the successor to the mysterious Temple of Silence, he had more educational opportunities than other people who live in Sumeru's desert. His responsibilities drive him to learn about other people and places. He has a very open mind, and he tries to be optimistic. In fact, his personality is a huge help in getting along with other people.
So wait, that sounds like... are you saying he's a social butterfly?
I guess. He's a pretty busy guy, and he lives a pretty varied lifestyle. And he's around the same age as the General Mahamatra Sino. He occasionally visits the academia, he's always trying to make friends in Sumeru City, and he enjoys browsing goods at the Grand Bazaar. But we've already talked a lot about his hobbies. Let's move on to what he can do in combat. Yes. Sethos' aim shot has a special variant when charged to level 2. He can't move when his attack is
jeez.
charged to its second level, but it allows him to fire a powerful
Next year,
shadow-piercing shot
when it
that
charges
can pierce
next
enemies,
year.
dealing electro damage to targets in its path. Sethos' talent, Black Kite's Enigma, can decrease the charging time
Okay,
of his
there we
aim
go.
shot by consuming elemental energy. Some elemental energy will also be
Jeez,
consumed after
the first
releasing
one
the
took
shot.
forever.
Nice.
Ooh, useful.
Yeah, and also I noticed his aim shots take a really long time to charge. So I think that means players need to store up elemental energy to fire the shadow-piercing shot faster,
Yeah, I
right?
bet.
Hey, wait a minute. I feel like this is the first Genshin Impact character who actually consumes elemental energy while firing aimed shots.
What?
Yeah, you're right on.
Hey.
That's why Sethos has an elemental skill that helps him restore elemental energy.
Useful.
It's an ancient ritual that deals AoE electro damage, and it also restores elemental energy whenever a hit on an enemy triggers an
Oh, that's
overloaded,
interesting.
electrocharged, superconduct,
So they're finally
electro
changing the
swirl,
mechanics a
quicken,
little bit.
aggravate, or hyperbloom reaction.
That's a lot.
But travelers also have another option for firing powerful shots. By unleashing his elemental burst, Sethos will perform an ancient ritual that was passed down from King Deshret's era. He will enter the Twilight Meditation state, converting
he's
his
a
normal
4-star.
attacks to enemy-piercing dusk bolts that deal increased damage based on his elemental mastery.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds like a mini version of the shadow piercing shot, only it doesn't take as much time to fire.
Useful. Okay, also it seems like the records of King Deshret have a lot of powerful abilities, so between you and me, does that mean Sethos has mastered other mysterious rituals and techniques?
Of course!
Yo.
I'm sure that the Temple of Silence has a whole archive of secrets. One of his other talents will also increase the damage dealt by a shadow-piercing shot for a period of time based on his elemental mastery.
Okay, all right. Sounds like the Temple of Silence is a real impressive legacy.
No kidding.
So many ancient rituals.
Sethos is definitely a talented fighter who can make full use of his martial heritage. He's similar to Kularand in that sense.
Yeah. Oh wow, we finished the first mission.
Nice. I wonder what the next one's gonna be. Let's get it.
Oh, It looks like we'll have to uncover hidden secrets in our next mission.
Okay.
Why are all you guys looking at me?
Well, I mean, secrets are kind of your area of expertise.
All your character does is speak in riddles.
Speak plainly, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point.
Speak plainly,
Okay,
sir.
Well, I guess I'm the only one who can shed some light on the hidden secrets.
Oh, here he goes.
So here we go. Archon Quest Chapter 4, Act 6, Bedtime Story will become available in version 4.7. Travelers will finally reunite with Dainsleif, who will share more information about Conria's past.
What a title!
That's what you guys were waiting
the
for, right?
quest.
Yeah. And also, I, got to break out my voice acting skills for this patch, you guys.
Oh my gosh, words come out of your mouth?
Hell yeah.
You did.
Oh, yeah.
See, even they
This
know.
time, Ether and Lumine will get to meet face to face. And based on what we heard in the trailer, it seems like the Loom of Fate is now complete. So travelers can look forward to learning more about Kari Bear in this quest.
We just can't reveal everything
Yeah,
right
who the
now.
hell is
Okay,
Kari
leave some
Bear?
secrets for me. These are important secrets that travelers should uncover for themselves.
Oh, okay,
We can call off the snipers. Call off the snipers.
Right? I know, I get it that everyone can barely contain their excitement. So,
Yeah.
I will throw you a bone. To help tide you over until the next update, I'll be sharing a special surprise with y'all.
Oh.
Bedtime
I
story.
love surprises.
It is. You'll know very soon, I promise. But first, we need to introduce the event wishes.
Okay.
So, in the first phase of version 4.7, Clorand and Alhaitham will be featured
All right.
in the event wishes.
Give me Cloran.
Sethos will be the new 4-star unit that appears on this event wish banner. And in the second phase of the version, travelers can look forward to
No,
event
thank you.
wishes from Sijuin and Farina. And
Yeah, that
because
banner
there's
is
never
gonna
enough,
kill.
a new
because,
5-star sword, Absolution, and a new 5-star bow,
Gorgeous.
Silver Shower Heartstrings, will also be featured on their
That
respective
banner's gonna
weapon
kill
banners.
just
They
because
look so
Fiorena's on it.
good.
That's how they do to
So
mask.
good,
That's what
right?
they're doing to mask
All right,
how
okay,
bad her
okay.
sales will
I've
be.
made y'all wait long enough. Let's bring out the surprise.
Yes!
I hope everyone enjoys it.
Let's go.
Okay. Is this the anime? That they've been working on forever? No, I don't think so. Yeah, this is pretty good animation.
Traveling in the night you left me in. I feel you and
Oh, they weren't even together.
wind. Even over I can point you out. The answer is not far off now.
Ooh, Dainsleif was in that shot right there.
Journey
There he is again.
always has been bittersweet. Close my eyes, wondering what you would have dreamed if you were here standing next to me. Would you know how I feel and see what I see? Know that I will always try, finding your rhythm and rhyme. Though the nights are long and dark, I see you shine.
This is actually pretty good.
bright. And no matter where you are, you've come with me this far, showing the way when all is falls apart.
That was cute.
snow all melts away, and the ice finally breaks. Have you taken off? Are you already on your way? No matter where you are, I've come with you this far. I'm never alone.
Wait, has Dainsley been with the other one this entire time? That'd be really irritating and stupid. I hope that's not the case. I mean, that was really cool. I hope they weren't working on that instead of the anime that they said that they were gonna make.
Welcome back, travelers.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey.
I think it's about time we introduce this domain behind us.
Yes, yes, bring on the challenge. I'm so ready.
Dun, dun, dun. You sound ready. The location of this challenge seems pretty intriguing. Paimon and the Traveler discovered a secret room within the Mondstadt Library, and they've
That's really
received
cool.
an invitation to participate in a mysterious performance.
Oh, I love secret rooms and libraries. I've always wanted one.
I
So that's
agree.
right. The all-new event, Imaginarium Theater, will become available in version 4.7 for travelers who are adventure rank 35 or higher.
Nice. Wait, so this is a library?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The coolest library.
I know, it looks a lot different from what I imagined. It's huge.
Yeah, it kind of looks more like a magic castle.
Right? So cool. I would live there.
Please.
So, travelers will encounter a concierge in the area who calls himself Wolfie.
Aww.
I know, he's so cute. Wolfie. He'll reveal that this room was created by a mage and that he's waiting for a guest to take the stage. He is also a poet. That guest will hopefully put on a magnificent performance by becoming the main character of the mage's story.
Bring on that main character energy.
Yeah.
Ooh. After arriving in this room, travelers just need to interact with this strange book in order to participate in the Imaginarium Theater Challenge.
Wow, that was fast. But what kind of challenge is it?
Oh, let me tell you. Imaginarium Theater contains a series of combat challenges with different battle conditions. Now, only characters who wield specific elemental types will be allowed to participate.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
travelers will have to select characters who meet the requirements of the challenge.
Oh, I get it. But what if we don't have enough characters in our roster who meet the requirements?
Good thinking, but you won't have to worry about that. Because first
that's
off,
awesome.
6 characters will be designated as the initial lineup for each challenge. Trial characters will be provided for travelers that are missing any of those characters.
Nice.
And travelers can also invite special guest characters to participate in the challenges
Ooh,
that
good.
aren't restricted by the event requirements. In addition, travelers can also designate a certain number of characters as supports for their friends. They can also select their friends'
Nice.
supporting characters to join their own team.
That's a nice way to get to try new characters.
Right? Friends. Who would say no to more friends?
Support each other in staged combat.
Friends helping each other. And during the current challenge period, those 6 designated characters who make the initial lineup will gain fantastical blessings. This will grant them buffs that remain potent even outside of the Imaginarium Theater Challenge.
Wait. So you're saying those buffs aren't just active during the challenge itself?
Yes!
Wow.
You're kidding. Wait, okay.
Are
the
they
mage
active in
behind
the
the theater
Spiral
must
Abyss?
be super powerful.
Oh, super powerful. And I know that everyone's probably wondering why it looked like we had to select so many characters just now, but characters will consume vigor while participating in Imaginarium Theater combat challenges. So when a character's vigor is fully depleted, they will no longer be able to fight, and you will have to replace them with a new character.
It's time for some R&R.
I get it. So when you
So there's
select your
multiple
characters, you have to
stages.
pay attention to how well they work together.
Yes.
And also how
So
well
basically,
they can fill
any
in for
character
each
with a
other.
lot
Exactly.
of
Involved strategy.
And I should
Like
also mention
flexibility
that not all
is
selected
important.
characters will immediately appear in your team. Some characters can only be gathered by progressing through the story. They can formally be added to your team at the end of an Imaginarium Theater battle, or when you encounter certain special events.
Cool. So assembling your team is part of the challenge.
Yes, which makes it even more fun. But let me explain a little more about the special events that I mentioned. Travelers can choose to spend Fantasia flowers to trigger events during the story. Now, some events will unlock certain characters for battle, and others may trigger
Is
certain
that Hu Tao, the
perils.
princess?
Doom. So travelers will have to choose very carefully,
Ooh, no pressure.
right?
Travelers can collect performance tour rewards by completing challenges and finalizing their performance results. The first time they complete a challenge, travelers will also receive a debut performance gift. Travelers who feel particularly confident can try to attain the Star Challenge condition during each stage. They'll be able to obtain different levels of performance medals that correspond with the difficulty of the challenge. These medals can be displayed on their profile.
Go ahead and show off.
And that's not all, right? Travelers can also obtain toy medals during this event, which they can exchange with Wolfie the Concierge. In return, travelers will receive special poses for their characters when taking photos.
Awesome!
Oh, that's awesome.
Travelers will be
That's
able to take
actually
all
pretty
sorts of new
cool.
cool pictures. I am excited to see new poses.
So hyped.
Me too. And also, more poses will be added whenever Imaginarium Theater is updated.
Yes. And finally, each performance in the Imaginarium Theater has several difficulty levels, and each one has a different number of challenges. Higher difficulty levels will yield even better rewards.
Bring it on.
As Wolfie the Concierge likes to say,
When the brilliant golden glow of the treasure beckons, don't you hesitate. Just go open it.
How can it be so
It's
cute?
amazing.
I don't know, somehow I still didn't make him as cute as he actually is.
Of course, it'll take time for travelers to raise the necessary characters and understand how they fit into this new challenge. And I'm sure travelers are always looking for ways to get more Primo Gems.
You just said the magic word.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
Each month, Imaginarium Theater will alternate with updates with the Spiral Abyss. In addition, the total rewards that can be gained from the Spiral Abyss has been increased from 600 Primo Gems to 800 Primo Gems.
Oh, why do they have to rotate?
More information will be available across Genshin Impact's official social media accounts, so keep a lookout.
More endgame content.
Ooh, the background is changing.
Ooh, here we go,
Let's
here we
see
go.
what else this
Take
version has in
away the
store.
only endgame
Mutual
content you
security
have.
enhancing
That's so
simulation.
stupid.
I see some hilly churls and ruin guards, so I'm assuming this is one of those monster fighting events.
Sort of. Travelers won't be engaging monsters directly. Instead, they'll be able to command monsters to fight in a cooperative simulation. The Millilith will be hosting a strategic war game to improve their understanding of security needs throughout Tevat. They'll be accompanied by representatives from Mondstadt's Knights of Favonius, Inazuma's Yashiro Commission, Sumeru's Corps of 30, and Fontaine's Special Patrol. Their
actually
joint
kinda cool.
exercise is intended to improve military tactics across the
It's like the
continent.
real life NATO.
Wow. You're making this event sound really official.
That was my official voice.
It's Tevat's
I'm
NATO.
just doing my best. As I was saying, you can play two different kinds of scenarios in the event: assault scenarios and defense scenarios. As special representatives to the simulation, travelers will need to analyze enemy formations and deploy the best units for completing the challenge.
In assault scenarios, you only need to select your combat units and deploy them within your staging area. So once the scenario begins, the unit will automatically start attacking your opponent. So sit back and I don't know if you can relax when these things are coming at you, but try.
Clearly not.
Pew pew.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna give this a try.
Ooh, brave.
Yeah, okay.
Do it.
Okay, this is different.
How come my hilly churl archers got wiped out so quickly?
Oh, no. Okay, sorry, I forgot to mention something important.
You
Sorry.
know.
I know. But here, we can fix it now. Some types of combat units are more effective against others. Ranged units like hilly churl archers are vulnerable to melee units like mighty churls. But don't fret, you can turn a bad situation around if you
That's not
choose the
bad.
best units to tackle the opponents on the battlefield.
Just choose the best unit, Zach.
Exact, just choose the best units,
Just
dude.
choose the best unit.
Simple fix.
In defense scenarios, you need to deploy units to effectively counter enemies who are attacking from multiple directions. So, defeated enemy units will drop support beacons, which can then be used to deploy additional combat units and frontline structures.
As the unit's commander, travelers can use their leadership skills to create favorable conditions for their team. And if they're successful, then travelers can obtain various rewards from the Mutual Security Enhancing Simulation event. These rewards include Primo Gems, a Crown of Insight, and a 4-star bow, Cloud Forged.
Oh, gimme!
Forged.
Okay. And next up, we're introducing another combat-related event.
Good.
Endless Forms Most Martial.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing that this one is gonna test some different skills.
Yeah, you betcha. In the previous event, travelers only got to simulate combat, but the environment on a real battlefield is way more unpredictable. And that's why it's important to come up with combat tactics on the fly and take advantage of battlefield conditions. So, in Endless Form's Most Martial, travelers will have to defeat enemies according to the special rules of each stage. For example, some challenges may require travelers to defeat enemies affected by the electro-charged condition, and that is the only way to accumulate progress towards the challenge goal. Now, once they satisfy the requirements,
see you later.
they'll be able to earn rewards.
I'm appreciating all these rewards.
Yes, I love rewards. So this is one of those challenges that requires you to strategize.
Indeedy. Oh, okay, let's move on to our next event. I'm gonna try this announcer voice. Yeah. I've gotten a report about a loud boom that just went off in a rather unremarkable part of Fontaine.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
I like that news.
it must have come from that crocodile-shaped cannon. That thing looks pretty scary.
Never fear, viewers. I wouldn't worry about it, actually.
Phew.
This cannon was modified by a Fontanian engineer. It's now just a toy cannon that you can use to fire hydro bullets. So why not have some fun with it?
Oh.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
well, why not indeed, if that's the case.
Okay.
Travelers will need to allocate energy to the cannon and choose the correct firing mode to destroy as many target balls as possible within the time limit. They'll even be rewarded for their trouble.
Was there ever a doubt? In order to keep the event interesting, special types of target
this
balls
is
will
not
appear
that
during the
great.
challenge. They will produce different effects when they are destroyed. So, be
A
sure
lot
to
of
check it out for
times,
yourselves in the new update.
Cool.
You guys, that's my kind of old school arcade games, because I'm an old school. Okay, I'm just old. Anyway,
No, it's like, oh no,
A lot
no,
of times,
no,
like,
not
you
that.
can tell that they make events
takes
for
place
mobile,
in the land of
and it's
Mondstadt.
just-
Travelers
that's
will
one of the
encounter
biggest
a
mistakes
familiar
Genshin
light
makes.
novelist who recently completed a new script. Travelers who follow her script will be able to embark on a wondrous journey of literature and imagination. And the script will lead travelers to mysterious locales where they will have the opportunity to earn rewards. That is, if they can evade bullet curtain assaults from, various mechanisms
this is
and
actually
collect
kinda
enough
cool.
labyrinth coins. No big deal, you can do it.
Easy peasy.
Wicked warlocks will also be scattered across the field. Ooh, alliteration. I like it. If you defeat them, then you can earn even more coins.
Ooh, it looks like we'll have to move really skillfully if we want to avoid all those attacks.
No pressure.
But hey, don't worry. Travelers can take advantage of adventure techniques to gain special buffs. So these buffs will make the oncoming bullets a lot easier to deal with. You'll also be able to get rewards more easily if you're smart about how you use them.
That sounds great.
So great.
Speaking of strategies, the new version will be adding more updates to the Genius Invocation
Don't
TCG. Travelers can look forward to new character cards, monster cards, and action cards. Also, more NPCs will be ready to challenge travelers in the open world.
Oh, and I hope they're ready to lose. Oh, well.
Oh, they could take a challenge.
Oh, also, the Leyline Overflow event will also return in the
That's
new
not an
version,
event.
so don't miss out.
Whew, that was a lot of information. Let's take a break while we take a look at the last redemption code. See you soon.
Like, some of those events in the beginning were really cool to start off with, and then it kind of fizzled out towards the end. Alright, let's see what else we got.
And we're
Welcome back, everybody.
We're back.
We're back.
Hello.
Welcome back to the version 4.7 special program. Looks like we completed this domain challenge.
Was there ever any doubt?
Piece of cake.
I think you'll find I am very, very pro.
There's actually a lot of
Now
there's some
it's time
fun
to tell
things in
everyone
this
about the
update.
new
Honestly,
optimizations in the latest update.
It
Yes,
looks
please.
pretty cool
First
compared
up,
to some other
the
stuff.
encounter point system for collecting daily commission rewards will now be unlocked at adventure rank 24. Hopefully, this helps travelers level up more quickly.
Nice. And now for some really exciting news. Traveler's max restin will be increased from 160 to 200.
Is there overflow?
Nice. You might notice from the video that version 4.7 will have some other optimizations. Be sure to check them out for yourselves in game.
If there's no overflow, it doesn't mean anything.
All right, that looks like all the information we have to
that's
share
it.
today. Bye, travelers.
I hope that means that they're trying their
wait,
best
I'm just kidding.
to
I'm just
update
kidding.
stuff.
Of course, I wouldn't sign off without giving you guys the chance
However,
to,
I feel
to
like,
talk about your time here on the special program. How was it?
I feel like they could have
No.
added.
I am just. I'm
shouldn't
so
have been hard to
thrilled
add,
join this
like, a
amazing voice
resource
cast, and I'm
overflow.
excited for everyone
That's
to
a
get to
huge
see
deal.
Siege Queen in action and add her to your parties, I hope, and
Yes.
just see how cute she is with her little pills and her adorable little syringe. Take it.
Oh my god. And like,
Thank you very much.
yeah, same here to everything that Sarah said. It's such an honor to join the cast. I'm so excited that Clarence is finally coming out. I hope everyone has fun like meeting her and learning more about her. And
Yeah,
also,
the event started
I'm
off
really
really
excited for these
good, and
combat
then it
events. I don't
just-
know about you guys, but
I don't know, it kinda
I've been playing this
fizzled
game,
out.
and
I think
my favorite
what
thing
really
is beating
makes
things up in
the
this world.
events gonna be good
me
is
too.
if they
I love
have a
fighting these
lot
monsters.
of levels and
you
stages.
guys, I have not been playing
Like,
this game for years.
I
and
wanna
so
see, like,
while
15, 20
Dainsleif is a
stages,
man
not,
of mystery,
you know, 6.
this game, so much of it is a mystery to me. And you guys were so welcoming today, and I learned so much. And I don't know, is this the thing that finally gets me to start playing?
Oh.
Are you guys a gateway?
Ooh.
Is that what? Did that just happen?
Did we get him?
This is it. Yeah, it's been absolutely awesome doing this with you guys. I'm so excited for Imaginarium Theater, of course, all the new characters, and
I'm
the
still
new
really upset
Archon
about that.
quest because I got some new
You
voice
should have
lines.
both Imaginary Theater and the Spiral Abyss
Awesome. Well, thanks for
there
coming,
at the
guys,
same time.
and
Like,
see y'all
it
in
shouldn't
game.
be all
See
together.
y'all in game.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
There's not enough end game to not have it. Oh, this is a preview for Natlan. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, he looks cool. Wait, are we gonna be like transforming into pets? Oh, that looks sick. What is that? It's like Genshin and Yoshi had a baby. Oh, this looks so cool. That looks so cool. Oh. All right. Hey. I wasn't expecting that at the end. That's actually pretty cool. I wonder what the... Gosh, how do they... Wanderlings. It seems like you're going to control them somehow. So I'm kind of curious as to how things are going to work. Some other things that I noticed throughout this thing. Clorind looks really cool. My main problem with Ayato is the fact that like he's just an immobile turret, and I don't like that. But she is able to continually dash around, and you kind of have to for her kit to make it actually worthwhile. So that's actually really cool. Siegeween, I just don't care about. Nothing about her is appealing whatsoever. I feel like she's filling a niche that Zhongli already covers by having a nice big shield. So I'm really not going to care about her at all. Setho's 4 stars are generally terrible, so you can never expect them to be good, and we already have the best electro unit in the game is still Fischl. Not really, but I mean, anyone who's playing Genshin understands what I'm saying there. The Imaginary, that's the other thing. I thought it was absolutely stupid that the new Archon quest is just called Bedtime Story. Like, I just feel like you could have come up with something more imaginative than that. So it's kind of a lame reveal. This animation was beautiful. And I wonder, like, I just hope that they weren't spending time on this, and instead they were focusing on, the anime that they've been trying to build. It could be that it's 2 different studios, but I don't think so. But it's clear in this animation that they're trying to show that the 2 brother and sister are separated from each other. And I guess it's this will trigger a lot of people, but it's going to be canon that Lumine is the bad one, and then the traveler that we take part of, is the male. I personally use Lumine. I like Lumine a lot better. But in this one, she's always with Dainsleif, whereas he's always with Paimon, and her being like Dainsleif, I'm gonna be kind of irritated if Dainsleif has always known and been with the other sibling, and yet he's been helping us, you know, quote, helping us this whole time. That'll be kind of frustrating if that's the way it's been. To be honest, it'll kind of piss me off. And then the Imaginarium Theater looks awesome. The only thing that disappoints me is the fact that it rotates. Like, if you're afraid of giving out too many Primo Gems, that's fine. Cut the Primo Gems in half and then have both of them release. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't think you're going to ruin the game's economy by giving, you know, double rewards of like gold or EXP books. But making them alternate really pisses me off. You know, everyone's clamoring for more endgame stuff, more things to do with their characters to fight with, and you just took one of them out of the game. And like, if you give me a dumb excuse, and this is a really dumb excuse, like, don't let anyone tell you that this isn't a dumb excuse. If you give me a dumb excuse, like, we don't want our travelers to be overworked or feel like there's too much to do, I'm sorry. It's terrible reason. Don't ever do that. You should never apologize for having too much content. And you know, if you have people leaving the game because there's just too many things to do, that's a whole lot better than people leaving the game because there's nothing to do. And right now you're on one end of the spectrum. You gotta, I'm kind of irritated about it. Okay. I mean, otherwise the game mode looks really cool. The other stuff, the first two looked kind of cool. In terms of events that are coming. This one, it's kind of okay. I'm not too hype about this one, but I like the other one that came afterwards. This combat one. But let me see. Hopefully this, I want to see this picture right here. If it shows me. It's not going to show me. Here, let me play it for a second.
I'm guessing that this one is going to test some different...
The environment on a...
Okay, this right here. You should have 20 stages here, okay? It shouldn't be hard enough for you to come up with 20 conditions for various things, okay? There should be like 20 stages here, and it should last 3 weeks, and anyone can come in and do... And they should be all open right at the beginning, not later on down the line, you know. The whole thing. And, you know, I bet, you know, by looking at this here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I bet there's 8. That's my guess. Which is disappointing. You know, recently they had, like, the Haru's Adventure minigame. I can't remember, that came out with Penacony 2.2. And... you know, all you do is you sit there and you fire bullets. A very simple thing. But since they knew it was a simple thing, they gave you like 15, 20 levels for it. And then like a challenge mode on top of that. Like, you have so... There's so little work to be done for something like that. Why not do it? You know, this is the bare bone, like the bone structure of the event is this. This is the hard part that's already done. Okay? The all you have to do is come up with 12 different, you know, types of reactions or, you know, something different. You know, we have swelling thermal vortex, so this one's got to be a Nemo and fire. Concentrated cleaving collapse. This one probably has to do with Geo. You have Hydro and Electro. You have Fire and Electro. Water and Frost. You know, you could do things like, you know, there's, I don't know what the other two are going to be. she could do hyper bloom ones. You could do okay, they have to be burning, you know, for you to get credit. They have to be killed by a what do you call it? They have to be killed by a plunging attack, normal attacks. You know, there's all kinds of variations that you can do, and 8 isn't enough. I don't know. Yeah, they can do more. This event is garbage. The Dino Blaster. It's just it's a mobile game essentially. Like, this is one of those events where you can tell that they're focused too much on the mobile platform. This one though looks pretty awesome. The dodging one, I think that one looks awesome. And then I don't personally care about TCG, but there's nothing wrong with adding more to it, just as long as they're not spending too much time into TCG. Because if they're going to spend a lot of time into TCG, they might as well just spin it off into its own game, kind of like the way Gwent did with Witcher 3. So, otherwise, hey, I'm pretty happy with this event. You know, this past one we got Arlecchino, and we got a whole new region to discover, but it was mostly underwater, so that kind of sucked. It's hard to be worse than patch 4.5, which was awful. But, you know, this one actually looks... you're not getting a new area to explore, which is, I think, a huge down, like a huge bummer. And you know, if I were to take a guess, there's going to be 4.8... probably is going to be like it's going to be like a kind of a dead patch. So until 5.0 comes out. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this one goes straight into 5.0, but I kind of doubt it. I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll see what happens. But otherwise, I think that the update's kind of okay. Let's give it like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. The reason why it doesn't get more is because the Imaginary Theater being, you know, adding new endgame content, but then also taking away endgame content. It's like, well, what's the point? So, all right. Well, that was pretty cool. You know, for everyone on YouTube out there, I'll catch y'all later. Niptorka out. See ya.